to our Wednesday 11 o'clock meeting. I, for a split second, will show my video, but I literally just got out of the shower. Lovely. Hello.
I love it.
So, yeah, it's been a morning.
Hey, we're real here. It's fine.
So we have, this is what I've been working on all morning, which is why I didn't get a shower yet till just now. So we actually have a bug on the instant cash widget that's in your back office. So the numbers are going to fluctuate today and probably not look correct. And they might look like you have way more in there than you actually really do. So give it a hot minute. We're working on it. I've got the IT crew trying to figure out where that bug happened. Don't worry, all of it's gonna come back exactly where it's supposed to be. And yeah, you'll be able to use that again here soon. So just know that that's gonna fluctuate, and we're on it and taking care of it as quick as we can. We've been working all morning. I found it at 7 this morning, and we've just been working hard trying to figure out where this bug is coming from. So just know that that's going to fluctuate, and we've got you, I promise, and we will get it back exactly to where it needs to be, and you will be golden again. So that instant cash will just for today be a little wacky, and then I'll do another maybe quick Facebook Live when we have the bug all fixed and let you know that it's all up to date. Las Vegas reward, or the Las Vegas promo points are up to date, and they're in your back office. That got updated yesterday, so go take a look, see how close you are. And if you have any questions, let support know. I'm here. Send a quick email, support@ccoffee.com, and I'll take care of you. Thanks so much, everyone. Off to work.
All right, awesome. Well, on that note, so training for today, when I was thinking about what kind of training we could do, because last time when we talked, I talked a lot about like how to get customers. So today I want to talk about recruiting, especially since there are some great bonuses right now when it comes to recruiting. And when you recruit people, it's going to get you even more points to get to Las Vegas. So when it comes to recruiting, sometimes there's those people who like you are super excited, you're on it, you're like, recruiting is super easy. I love talking to people, and I just offer them the opportunity and they're like, yes, I love this, I want to jump in. Then there are people who they're maybe this is you, like you're a little scared to say, hey, do you want to join this opportunity? Or I think the other hard thing with recruiting is also this like stigma against like MLMs of like, oh, I don't want to do that. You know, like that's not really for me. So I like to talk about network marketing as a business in a box, because that's really what it is. You can go out there. It's like the whole reason why people do franchises, right? If I want to have a business that I don't have to worry about the systems, I don't have to worry about legal issues, like I don't have to worry about coming up with a product and formulation. And then if there's any like legal things or patents or anything like that that I have to do to create a product, all of those things, if you're starting your own business, you have to go through that. Versus a network marketing company or a franchise, same thing. People join franchises because all of that's done for them. They have the systems put into place, the processes put in place, and they can just go in, show up, open their doors, and they're ready to go. Yes, they still have to advertise about their franchise. They still have to try to get sales. They need to get customers, all of those things. So it's really kind of the same. But I don't know if you've ever looked into starting a franchise, but most of them are about $100,000 or more to start. Because what you're buying is you're buying their processes, you're buying their like insider secret knowledge, all of that. Where in network marketing, you don't have like, there's no network marketing company that's gonna be $100,000 to start. So here at Sakavo, it's $350, so you can get all of the product. You can get all of the materials that you need. And we also are having a training center that will be for all of your new recruits. I'm hoping to have that done. My goal is to have it done by March 1st. So that's something, no, I'm not gonna say that's my goal. It is, we're just gonna make it happen, okay? So March 1st, the training center will be up and ready to go. And that is something that you can use as a recruiting tool. So back when I was with a different company, I had built up to the top of that company. The biggest recruiting tool that we had is I actually created my own team training center. And it walked through the onboarding process of what are new recruits supposed to do in the first hour, in the first week, in the first day, in the first month, all of these things that they need to do, like set up a bank account that's separate from your personal account. So all of your business money runs through that. And like just setting those little things up so we can set them up for success. And then it went into like, this is how you market. How do you post on Facebook? What do you do? So it walks them through all of the things that they need to do to be successful in the marketing area and to understand about the products and all of that. So that's what I had in this training center. And I didn't realize, like, I created it because I wanted to have someplace for my team to go to get answers. So it wasn't always me. And when I created that, it actually became a recruiting tool, and our number of people joining our team went up by, I think it was like 35% in the first month. And it was all because they were talking about this training center that, hey, we have like any network marketing company out there, you can join, and they're going to have that business in a box, right? They're going to have the products, they're going to have all of the materials and the processes and stuff. But do they have really good training that's going to teach people how to really market, and especially market in this time that we're living in right now, because it's very different. Like 2020 changed the whole online space forever. And so do they have updated trainings? Are they teaching how to use social media? Are they teaching how to grow your business and how to market in different ways? And most of the companies that I've talked to, because I am a network marketing trainer as well, and I train lots of different companies, I have found that most companies don't have that. So Sukavu really has a leg up on them because we have amazing trainings that are coming your way. And through all of this, it's going to help not only you and your business, but also help your new recruits to be successful. Because if you've ever recruited before, you know that it's really, really important in the first 30 days that they get quick wins, right? Because that's what builds their confidence, not only in you, not only in themselves, not only in the product, but in really this whole business model. And so creating those quick wins, and all those things are going to be built into this training center. So that way you can get your new recruits in, they're going to know what to do, and they are really going to be able to soar. So knowing that that's coming in like a week and a half, you can start recruiting and say, March 1st, we're having this. So you want to make sure that you sign up before then so you can hit the ground running. So in that time, you can wait, you're going to get your kit. And then as soon as you get your kit, that's going to be about the time that this new training center is open. So that is a really good training tool that you can use, or recruiting tool you can use as you're talking to people. Now, how do you actually talk to people? How do you present this opportunity, right? The biggest thing is you may think that this business is for everybody. The truth is it's not. Everybody can join, but I want you to think about your team. What kind of team culture do you want to create? I always talk about the problems that you solve. What's the problem that you're helping people solve? So when I started in network marketing, my goal was to retire my husband. He worked nights as a psych nurse and he didn't really like it. And I didn't like him being gone every single night. And so I wanted to retire him. So that's why I joined network marketing. So I wanted to find other people that was their goal too, because we all had a common goal. And as a leader, it's a lot easier to train and help a team that all has the same common goal. So think about it. I went to school to be an elementary school teacher. So I use school as kind of examples because we've all went to school, so you can understand this. So let's say that you're a teacher and you walk into a classroom and you are going to teach times tables. All right, so you walk into the class and you start evaluating where everybody is at. You have some people over here that you're saying, can you show me 5 fingers, and they're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the level that they're at. Then you have someone that you ask another question to, and they kind of know their times tables, but they're still trying to decide what 2 times 5 is. And then you have a group over here where they are like doing algebra and they can tell you the value of X and all of that. So you have like huge spectrum of where people are at. It's much harder to teach that when you have these people over here that are babies in times tables, and it's going to take forever to get to here where they know times tables. And then you also have these people that are clear over here that they're going to get it and just run. So let's look at what it would be if you came into a classroom and everyone was all on the same level. You knew that they all needed help with their 7 times tables. Well, that's a lot easier to go in and teach because now you don't have all these different levels. When it comes to network marketing and building the team, it's the same way. If you have people, and I'm not saying that like only get people who are business builders. If they just want to do it as a hobby, don't recruit them. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying if you, in your messaging and what you're looking for, you have that intention of, I want to recruit people on my team who are like this, you are going to have much more success getting that person. And it's going to be way easier for you to step into that leadership role because your team is all going to be about on the same level. They all are going to be having about the same problems. That doesn't mean you're not going to attract the people who are over here or attract the people that are up here, because it just happens. But if you are laser focused on the kind of person that you want to recruit, it's going to be much, much easier to know how to talk to them and then also to recruit them. So I'm going to give you some homework. All right. I'm a teacher. That's what I do. So here is your homework. Your homework is, I want you to identify what you want your team culture to be and what you want who you want your new recruit to be. And you can do this through, I talk about creating an avatar. And I'm actually, when this is over on Facebook, I will drop a link to a podcast that I did about creating an avatar. So that way you can listen to that, because you want to create an avatar. And I tell people, create an avatar for your customer and create an avatar for your team member, because they may be about the same, but they may be different. So I'm going to post that in there so that way you can listen to what an avatar is. Really, all it is like your ideal person. If you already have people on your team, I want you to think like, if you could take your entire team and you could create like one perfect person, and that when you find that one person, you're like, oh, yes, this is it. That's your person. Okay. So first is team culture. What do you want your team culture to be? Then, and if you're like, I don't really know what you mean by that, like, what do you mean by team culture? Like, are you going to have a team culture of, like, when I first started, I'm like, I'm going to call everyone on my team every single week. And when I had 5 people, that was great. When I had 50 people, couldn't do it. When I had 500 people, like, I'm lucky if I can't even call them once a month. So that was like precedent that I had set that I couldn't keep up with. So think through that. But like, is it that you want to have this team culture where you come together once a week and you talk about what it is that you can do to help grow your business? That could be something. Team culture could also be like, what are your, really, it goes back to main goals, is your team culture that like, we're very family oriented. We love to run our businesses from our phone. We are always striving to help people become better. And you'll probably will take some of your team culture from the Sakavu. So do you have like that you want to live your life unlimited? Is that part of it? So create your team culture, create your avatar. Once you have who it is that you're talking to, then as you're like, if you're messaging people on Facebook, you are meeting people that are at a booth, or if you're talking to someone at the store, like wherever you're at, now what you're doing is you're not looking about who can I recruit next, you're looking at who is my avatar. And when you start talking to them, you're like, oh, you have the same issues, you have the same goals as my avatar, the person that I want to recruit. And then you can start asking them questions. And you can just say, hey, have you ever thought about starting your own business? And you say, I started my own business and this is what I do. And I absolutely love helping people to get into endo balance and be able to help them with their health and just, whatever it is that you love about Sakavu. And then you can proceed to talk to them. And I love the analogy of like, this is a business in a box. So you don't have to go out and spend thousands and thousands of dollars to learn how to do a business or to buy a franchise or anything like that. Like all of that is done for you. So if you guys have questions about this, make sure that you put them in the comments and I'm happy to answer any questions that you guys have, but I'll make sure that I drop the link to that podcast so that way you can hear a little bit more about creating an avatar. I think that will help when you're narrowing down who it is that you're going to talk to. And then it really is about just having authentic conversations. Just talk to people about where they're at, what are their goals, what is it that they want to do. And this is where like you can start with your warm market, talk to your friends and see like what is it that they want to do. If everything they're talking about, they're not matching your avatar, you're not even going to offer that. That's when network marketing becomes spammy. It becomes spammy when you're offering a solution that is not a solution for them. It's like if I went to the doctor and I have a broken leg and I'm like, I'm in pain, my leg is broken. And the doctor is like, you could really use a facelift. Like, no, my bone right here. That's what I need, right? And so that's where it becomes like, you don't get what I'm talking about at all. And that's the problem that we see in network marketing is that people think that this offer or the opportunity or the products, like it's for everyone. Well, everyone can use it, but that's not for you. Like you need to focus on who do I want to recruit? Who do I want to help as a customer? And then that's who you laser focus on. So maybe you're like, I am going to help young moms and I'm going to help them make an extra $500 a month. So that way they have spending money and play money so they can go out with their girlfriends on the weekends because that's really what they want. That's who I'm going to focus on. And so those are the people you're talking to. And then let's say you start talking to someone who is say in their 60s and they are really into CBD oils and how it helps them. That is really not your avatar. So if you're talking to them, you can give them that as Sakavu as an example, but that may be something that someone else is really focusing on and it's a perfect recruit for them. So when we say Sakavu is for quote unquote everyone, anyone can join, but everyone is not for you. Marketing works when you narrow things down. When you say, okay, this is the person that I'm going to help. In recruiting or in customers, it's the exact same thing. You got to narrow it down so you can understand what are their problems, what are they struggling with, what are the things that I have, the tools I have that can help that one person. And when you get laser focused, and I've never really seen anyone niche down too far. So I had a client who she was in a health and wellness company and she was targeting quilters with this specific ailment. And that's who she was talking to. No one else. She was just talking to quilters. Could she help other people? Of course she could, but this was who she was looking at. The great thing with that is when you start having people on your team doing this, that you can be talking to someone. If I talked to someone who was a quilter and was struggling with the thing that my client had that was solving, did I say that right? I would refer that person to her because yeah, I could help her, but she has way more background knowledge on quilting and stuff, and they are going to be able to connect in so much better for her. So also when you narrow this down, either in your customers or in your recruiting, when you narrow down who it is that you're really going to help, what that does is also increases your referrals. Because that's the thing that you're talking about. If let's say that you're okay, I help people with chronic pain. And I want to help them to be able to wake up in the morning, not be in pain, be able to enjoy their kids or to be able to enjoy their grandkids. You see how there's two separate people right there? And so that's the thing that you talk about. You talk about that on your social media. You talk about that everywhere. Like that's your messaging. You're going to start sounding like a broken record. But as you start talking about that same thing, the problem you solve, either in recruiting or in customers over and over and over, people are going to start associating you as the problem solver for that problem that you solve. And once that happens, that's when referrals start coming in. So that's why it's important to niche down. So, all right, if you guys have any questions, make sure you put it in the comments below. Super, super excited to see how this goes. And if you are brave enough and you want to share who your avatar is or the group of people that you are helping, share in this group. And I'm happy to look over anything that you guys create and give you some feedback and all of that. So enjoy the rest of your Wednesday and we'll see you guys all later. Bye.
Thanks, Brooke. You're amazing. Bye, everyone.